Welcome to the Founders 15 of Fame, the segment that is transforming the game and taking you behind the brand, behind the logo, and directly into the mind of the founders that are building your favorite companies. In an era where AI is leaving us questioning what is real and what is crafted, this is your chance to hear authentic stories straight from the source. No filters, no scripts, just genuine conversations to show you who's really running the show. Quick favor, over 60% of you who are regularly watching this podcast haven't yet subscribed. You know how this works. If you can take a moment to subscribe, like, and follow on your favorite podcast platform, it helps me more than you know. I'm able to attract greater guests, add more value to your life, and I want to thank you again for playing the game with me. Today on Founders 15 of Fame, I have the legendary Vishnu Naidu. Welcome, Vishnu, to Founders 15 of Fame.
Thanks, Kristina. Great to see you again and lovely to be here.
Excellent. So for everyone listening, tell us your name, location, industry you're in, and your business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So Vishnu Naidu, currently in Sydney, Australia, and I'm an accountant running an accounting practice, but I'm an entrepreneur now, what we call a number 3. I don't work in the business anymore, having got John to run the business. The business is called Your Business Group. It was set up specifically in mind for business owners. So we create this concept called their business group, where we can actually partner with other experts, other business owners to provide a really good solution, service, and an advisory solution at the same time. So that's what we are about in an absolute nutshell.
Love it, love it. So what was it? What was the problem you were seeing out there that made you go down this route of a more advisory over a standard accounting practice, which you do, by the way, you do the accounting?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I've seen this in my walks of life where business owners are always screaming out for good advice. And business owners might get it in one or two areas, but at the end of the day, the experts and the consultants don't actually work hand in hand with them. So there was no one there from a relationship point of view, making sure those business owners knew what to do every day. You know, with business, there's no 101 course that you can run that actually tells you what to do, or a manual to read a book on, right? So it was up to us to go and do something. And that's what we do with our clients. So we introduce them to really good partners like lawyers, brokers, financial planners, IT people, marketing people, you name them, HR people, so that they can have the expertise, the teamwork. And we always are about a team, right? They have the teamwork to help them get through their day, get through their business. And then, of course, to help them not only in their business, but also on their business, right? As you understand, right, as a business owner yourself, because it's about scaling, it's about building your business, not only organically, but also through mergers and acquisitions. And I love that space, and that's a space I personally play in, right? But also a succession plan, right? To be able to exit your business or bring the young people on who want to buy into the business, and then help those business owners in their next stage of life, which might be transition to retirement itself, estate planning, which is about taking all that millions and billions of dollars they've earned in assets, bringing those into an estate plan that they can actually protect for their family and their future generations, and bringing this concept called bloodline. I love that. Like, the old horses and the whole royal family have bloodline. That's exactly what we do for our clients. So it actually doesn't get into the wrong hands, even if their sons or daughters marry rogues or not so well people that don't really work out in life. At least that inheritance and that family wealth is being preserved in the bloodline. So we are all about helping those business owners build wealth, but also protect their wealth at the same time.
Protect it as well.
And as I say, it's very hard to rule from the grave, but they can in this case.
Yes, I love that. It's such a holistic end-to-end approach. It's beautiful. What, as a founder, have you
seen as one of your biggest challenges that you're sure others are going through where they can feel like, oh, I relate with that?
When you say others, you mean in business or in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
content
like other
profession?
entrepreneurs.
I think resourcing has always been a problem, and I think it's got worse after COVID. So resourcing is a major issue.
Getting the right people?
Yeah,
Is that
getting
what?
the right people, getting them to commit to a profession or to career, and getting them to stay and get that longevity and that that loyalty from them, whilst of course they're on that journey, right? That's I think is the newest challenge for any business owner, among all the 10 or 20 other things that a business owner has got to do in their life, right? So let's be honest. I
Yeah.
think the cost factors is the other thing. Costs have definitely gone up in the business. You name the cost factor, it's gone up. But the one thing that I say in all of this is still for every business owner is to acquire and build a team. Without a team, it's impossible to do everything. And with a team, like a marketing person, like a salesperson, be it part-time, contract, doesn't have to be full-time, they can help you to grow your business and make your business profitable. Because that's the only way. You've got to get enough scale in your business to make sure you get enough revenue to outweigh your fixed costs so you can break even and then make profits after that. And that's the secret to any of those. If you can build enough scale, and I've learned over the years, organic is great, but it's slow.
Very
And the
slow. Yeah.
Katrina way would be to do it what I call the accelerator model, mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah, you need to do both, right? You need to have that unit economics going well so it's scaling, but then you also, if you want to go bigger, that's beautiful. The mergers, acquisitions, that's an area that particularly interests me as well. So what's something in that area there that people could take away if they're like, oh, okay, I've always just thought about how do I get more sales or reduce my operating costs, and they're at that level, but then you've put out their mergers and acquisitions idea. Where should they even start? Maybe learning, or what should be step one?
Step one, they should contact us.
Yep.
That's the easy part. Step two would be, you know what, let's have a discussion about what your end goal is. And that's crucial. One of the most critical factors is what is your end goal? Let's understand why we're doing this. Why am I doing this? Because I want to leave a legacy for people that are homeless, that are starving, that are orphans. And so every one of my clients, networks, and people that work in our business contribute in some way or shape or form, right, for the benefit of society. So every business owner needs to understand their end game, right? Why are they doing it? Thirdly, critical to the whole thing is they've got to get all their people on board. Because once you go down the acquisition route, you need a bigger team around you. And you've got to make sure that the vendor, the owner that's selling their business, the cultures align, the values align, right? That you have a real passion to want to buy their business. And once you can achieve that, you know what? You set a really good framework and a good foundation to be able to look at buying that business.
So you're talking legacy. I love that. So you, the orphans, the homeless. What sort of impact? And you say your businesses they're paying it back. What sort of impact are you seeing, or like what drives you there?
I used to, in a fostering home many years ago, I used to bring 3 sisters home every weekend so that we can assimilate them back into society's life and just give them a chance to understand what life really was about. And this was after I just got married and we started to do that. And that just blew me away to see smiles on their face. Sometimes how sad they were when we had to drop them off at the end of the weekend, and then how they look forward to being fetched again on a Friday evening. And that was amazing. That just blew me away that you could make a little bit of a difference in someone's life. And just taking that one step. And it's all about the people, actually, to be honest, some of those people will never meet. And that's the beauty about being able to give to people. So that's what really drives me personally. And since then, I've been on the board of the Salvation Army. I do a lot of work with them with Red Shield Appeal, being on the board of the Paramount Chamber of Commerce and Vice President. So I used to work with New South Wales Police on a program called Bed Down, where people that didn't have a home and live under the stars, especially during winter and change of seasons, we'd get them to put down bed overnight in a car park, and next morning we get cleaners to come in and clean the car park, and then that cycle happens every 24 hours. So it was just taking them off the street, giving them a cozy, a little bit of a cozy place, a bit of a warm place. And then, of course, with an organization called the Blue House, we used to feed people. We didn't have accommodation, but literally we put on food, give them a place to come and shower, get some toiletries, and grab a blanket, just warm up and sit down near the fireplace and feed them, of course, and then they'd go back under the stars. So, and I've met some of those people, and some of their stories have blown me away, have touched me very, very deep. So, to be able to help them in whatever small way has really made a huge impact on my life. And then my team is starting to see that at the office. We get involved with the salvos, we do market day, we go and help in the kitchen, we go and serve people food, we go and get stuff like groceries and serve them. And, we have a thing called market day where people can come and take stuff, and, we actually get to talk to them and understand a little bit of what life means to them. But also financial education for us, right, is so important. We know a bit when it comes to finances, right? But it's about telling people, lay people that don't really understand finances. They could be absolute experts and guns in other areas. A little bit about what to do with their savings, how to save a bit more money, what to do with their cash, what to do with their inheritance if they get, and how to be able to help the young ones, the next generation, save money and invest, and then help them to grow that. And business is one of the ways, to actually get involved in that. And I employ a 22-year-old as our admin person because she wants to learn everything about business, and we teach her everything we know about business. And, we know she's going to leave because she'll get bored and she's going to start up her own business, but we'll be there for her.
That's beautiful. See, it's a legacy. I talk a lot on Transforming the Game, the other segment of my podcast, and this is Founders 15, of the butterfly effect and that ripple that most of the time people don't even see. But I think that's the beautiful nature of paying it forward in what kindness can do in the human race, because let's face it, we can all use a little bit of kindness and a little bit of giving it back. So I do love everything you're about, Vishnu. And I do believe that financial literacy and teaching people about the finances is so important, because it just isn't out there enough. And it's certainly not out there when people are even growing up in school and depending on their environment. So having an opportunity, and if anyone is running a business or just wants some advice, they can reach out to you and your team, knowing that as well that your services you're providing is paying it forward one step more to just the accounting that you're doing as well. So it's a great story. What's one last note or message that you want to get out to anyone listening, your potential customers, clients, or just people who are wanting to learn?
I love what you said just now about what we do, and thank you for that, because it's with gratefulness that we do all of this, right? And with so much gratitude, because the universe delivers. The one thing I would leave anyone in life, whether it's a business owner, a billionaire, or a person just starting out, is if you can dream it, you can achieve it, right? You can talk about it. 85% of success is in the planning and preparation. But once you've done it, implement, right? You've just got to take the bull by the horns and do it.
Done is better than perfect, right, Vishnu?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been such a blessing to have you on the show and to have a chat with you. I love your energy and I love everything you're about. So thank you so much for this
Kristina,
time.
thank you for the opportunity. You're amazing, and thank you again.